Why, hello, everybody. I am doing a super secret, like I didn't announce this or plan this live. So hi, welcome. Thanks so much. I'm only going to be here for about half an hour because I am going to go take a nap. It's 7 a.m. and I already need a nap. I didn't sleep super well last night. I was too excited after the last live. So if you guys have any questions, there's only 3 of you on right now. Normally, I've got several hundred people on my lives, so it's harder to help get any individual attention that you might need. Hello. So yeah, last night, for those who missed it, because I do all of my lives at night, and I realized I was missing out on all my morning birds, I announced spicyaccountants.com. Hi! Hi! Um, so spicyaccountants.com is a program that will create accounts for you in over 50 accounting platforms. So for people who are having a hard time getting started because they don't know what links, and it does take forever. Apple, BBW Apple Tarts, and I did it manually while we were basically writing process documents, and it took us over 30 hours. So it is a semi-automated program that also has employees. I actually have employees checking to make sure everything goes through okay. So 3 full-time employees to take care of it. That is for basically if you want to become a spicy online accountant. So it does item sales. I don't talk about the P word because that seems to get people in trouble. But if you want to sell your worn socks, I think there's 5 or 6 sites on there that let you sell the socks, telephone, audio clips, video clips, webcam, pretty much anything that you might want to do in the online world of making and providing individual content. So I get a lot of questions asking people about what sites and how to log in and how to create your accounts. And my day job, I do business automation for small businesses. So my business partner and I literally just created that for us. Yeah, rep the Patreon. Were you able to be on the live last night? The live last night was madness. And I had all my makeup on. I should have done more videos. I did like full cam girl makeup. I had so much eyeshadow in the cleavage because with all the lights, it's really intense and it can wash you out if you're pale. So, good morning. Yeah. So I thought basically that I'd get like 20 people to sign up for access to spicyaccountants.com, and we literally sold out of the first 100 early bird spots in under an hour. It was crazy. So I'm really excited about getting that started. Good morning, everybody. So I do not talk about the sites. Just getting back to the what sites can I sell socks on question. I don't talk about the sites here because other accounts that do that have gotten community violations or banned. I do talk about that on my YouTube channel. So if you head over to the YouTube channel, and the link is in the beacons in my profile. I will try today. I've got a lot on my plate today, but I will try today to get a couple of the websites there. Yeah, thanks so much, Ash. I've been killing myself making this thing happen. So for those of you who know, I have a day job because I need insurance or I will die. One of my medications that I need to not die is over $2,000 a month. And that's one of them. So if I don't have really good health insurance, I am in a really bad place. I lost 80% of my pancreas, so my body does not produce all the enzymes I need to digest food, basically. And if anyone knows me from Reddit, I was severely abused as a kid. I'm one of the moderators on Just No Mill, which is a Reddit. I think we're almost at 2 million people, where we talk about basically abusive female parental figures, moms and grandmas, and mine is like considered one of the top 10 most abusive ones there. So like when my mom hit me when I was a kid, like she broke bones. like it was bad, and the emotional abuse was way worse than the physical abuse. And people who went through that kind of stress as a kid, they're a lot more prone to autoimmune disease. And I have a really nasty one that is a pain disorder. So if I don't have my meds, my skin literally falls off in 9-inch strips, and I get flayed alive from the inside. And it's more painful than it sounds because the pain gets cranked up. So like I have to have my meds, but I really hate my day job. I work in the insurance industry, and I moved from a section that I really liked to basically not really helping people, but helping make the company a lot of money. And I don't like that. I don't like not helping people. And the patient population that we deal with is mostly low income. And so it makes me feel really crummy when, a low income person is like, I can't afford my medicine. And I'm just like, I feel that. Like, I had a job loss, and my medicine literally costs more than my mortgage, 2 car payments, my student loans, and all of my bills combined. So, my job's frustrating. Like, I like it when I can help people, but there's times when I'm like, I'm sorry, I can do nothing to help you get your medication. And that sucks. Yeah. So the good news is, my wife, Sarah, is a disabled former police employee, a cab. So, with everything yesterday, I am going to be able to get on the police retirement health insurance. So I may be able to leave my day job and literally do nothing but help people get started and make more money here. So I'm so excited. Yeah, health insurance is hard. So Abby, health insurance is hard. I actually have my insurance license. If this gets big enough, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look into making a group. You can't offer group health insurance if the group was put together to get you insurance. But if I put together a group of adult content performers, it needs to be over 100, and there's going to be some restrictions in states, but I may be able to get us group health insurance. You'd have to play the employer portion as well, so it'll be about twice as much as what you can get through an employer. But I may actually be able to get us reasonably priced, decent health insurance. That is, I mean, we're going to have several thousand people, like, in a group to make that happen, because that's going to need to be nationwide. I can't just be like, okay, so, because I'm only licensed right now in California, Illinois, Wisconsin, Florida, and Georgia. So I'm only licensed in 5 states, but I might be able to make that happen. That's like one of my long-term goals, because like the only reason I have a vanilla career is my insurance needs. Like, because getting screamed at by Karens is way less fun than making fun of men for money online. Way less fun. Yeah, so that, like, fingers crossed that one day. Oh yeah, like, so Ash Crash is talking about being a Canadian and being able to pay for prescriptions in dentistry. Like, one of the medications I'm on is insulin, and I'm allergic to the cheap insulin. I'm allergic to the preservative in it. And we, like, last year had a kid working 2 part-time jobs and was doing, like, DoorDash, 24-year-old kid, and he died because he couldn't afford his insulin. just flat out died. He couldn't get health insurance through work. Like one of the ones that I'm constantly fighting with at my work is trying to get people inhalers. And like an albuterol inhaler, my grandmother was using those when I was 5 years old. I remember her inhalers. Because she had asthma so bad that it's a miracle it wasn't what killed her. She almost died from it multiple times. She had super severe asthma her whole life. I slept okay, but not long enough. I definitely need some more. I'm going to take a nap after this. And then I'm going to get to all the stuff that needs to happen. Yes, so I was on the coupon program for the insulin I need, but it expires after 18 months. They only let you be on that program for 18 months. And after that 18 months, you have to pay for it. So I was in a layoff. So I was laid off, as well as like 30,000 other people. I lived in Central Texas and I'm in tech. So when Dell had big layoffs, the company I work for had layoffs. So I was laid off and lost my health insurance and couldn't afford Cobra, because I had, this was also during the time period I mentioned. It's really common for people to get into and out of spicy accounting. Like you sort of get into it and out of it through your career. Yeah, I believe strongly in Medicare for all. I used to be a libertarian and now I'm like, no, like if it was a fair system, that would work, but we are not in a fair system. I was a witness in a severe child abuse case. And this was in rural Texas. And so I took down all of my content. I took down my entire catalog. I wiped the internet of my presence because what I was worried is that the prosecution would find that and use it to dismiss my testimony. And I'm a big believer in like, get your bag. I love this industry, like spicy all the way. But when it comes to kids, I don't play around. Absolutely not. Like, I think that the protections in the industry to protect children are absolutely crucial, so crucial, so critical. And with what I went through as a kid, I am not going to stand by and be a participant in the failed system that allows abusers to keep access to their children. So I had none of my spicy income and during that period. And then I got laid off. And it was really rough. It was really rough. Thanks, Anna. Yeah, no, I mean, it was a choice that we personally suffered for. Like, we were in the middle of buying a house when this happened, and I had saved up $20,000 for down payment, and that was my medication money. So we stayed in a rental for an extra year. We didn't buy my dream house at the time, because I thought it was more important to make sure that somebody advocated for that child. But those are sort of the choices that you have to make to be able to look at yourself in the mirror. I'm always saying, like, don't do anything, especially in this industry. Like, never ever do anything that violates your boundaries or makes you feel bad. And if I hadn't stepped up for that kid, I would have felt bad. So I didn't do it. And I hit 50,000 subscribers last night. And for those of you who don't know, like, that's in 2 weeks. What should I do as like a special thing for everybody? My wife's agreed to let me shave her legs with sandpaper. So I'm going to do like the sandpaper video today because everybody seems to really love that. Like, I did not expect me talking about how I shave my legs with sandpaper to like completely have gone crazy. Thank you guys. Yeah, I'm getting all of these like private messages like, are you for real? Sandpaper? What's up with the sandpaper? So I'm gonna do that video later. Also, yeah, and the crazy thing about the sandpaper is it's actually a trick from World War II. There was metal shortages because of the war. It's like 7 a.m. over here. But they ran out of metal during the war. And so women started shaving their legs with sandpaper. And I have really, really dry skin, and it's prone to getting ashy, and I am allergic to everything because of the autoimmune conditions. My body is like, I'm going to attack ferociously absolutely everything except diseases. Like pollen, put up your dukes. But like the flu virus, oh, come on in. We made some biscuits. Would you like me to make you up a plate? It's so annoying. So yeah, basically that was like a beauty tip I got out of like a retro 1945 beauty book. We're still working on all of the, like, we're still working on making that content. So if, yes, I have a water filter on the head of my shower head. And that does help. Oh yeah, Miss Figs, no, those autoimmune conditions are no joke. I joke that our house is the house of broken dolls. So I have two wives. One of my wives has a disease that presents like a Parkinson's, and the other one has fibro, and I have, among other things, HS. So like all of us have something going on. How much money? For a newbie with crap listings, $100 a day. If you get good, $300 a day. For active performance, oh yeah, lupus here. And one of the reasons why I like this is because if you have bad days and good days, you can shift your schedule around. Yeah. So, if I'm having a bad pain day, I just don't turn my lines on. And one of the reasons why I think it's so critical to make sure that you build up your catalog of long-term content, your recordings, and you get those out. Hashimoto's is rough. So if you have your content out, you basically generate passive income. And for those of you who are not, Heather, send me an @ or Jake.Goss. Sorry, I'm still simplistic. You get that passive income. So if you have a whole bunch of, like, I mostly did audio. So I had a whole bunch of audio recordings. I will send you this headrest. This chair, this chair's actually broken and it hurts my back. So if you set up audio recordings, and it's literally just like an MP3 of you talking or performing or doing all sorts of stuff, or you could do a video, anything like that. So if you have this set up on different sites, which is what Spicy Accountants does, is it sets you up accounts on all of these different sites. And we're also offering a service where if you upload once to us, you don't have to upload it to all 53 of the sites. So you can, so that basically helps you manage your content. There are days where you will wake up and like somebody will have found your content and purchased a big chunk of it. So you wake up, you'll roll out of bed, you'll look at your phone, and there's an extra $300 in your account. Those are good days. And if you're having a bad pain day that day, you don't have to work at all. You can literally just take care of yourself. So, when I was in full Spicy Accountant mode, when that was going on, I would just head to my gym and sit in the sauna, because that really helps with the joint pain that comes with my stuff. You can be completely private. You don't ever have to show your face. I mean, you can't. If you show your face, it's easy mode, basically. If you don't show your face, you have to work harder on your marketing, and I am working on the marketing guide. So who had issues with the refund? Heather. Yeah, we can definitely get you a refund for last night. So I'm not set up to do that right now, but yeah, we can definitely help you with that. That's spicyaccountants.com. If you want us to set up your accounts, we will do that for you. No, this is not MLM. I refuse to have anything to do with MLM companies. This is basically, I actually have 3 full-time employees. And we go through and we just create all the accounts that you need. You have to work with us. So that right now we have 53 different platforms where we will go through and create accounts for you. So that's for live performance, which is basically when you get a phone call or go on a webcam and interact with the clients. And that's sort of your daily money. Okay, send that note to Jake. Any issues about the website, send it to Jake. So we'll basically set up all of your accounts for you. And after that, once all the accounts are set up, instead of you having to go and upload, like if you make a video of yourself eating an apple, for instance. You're eating an apple, you make this video. You, instead of having to go and upload it to every single one of these platforms, which if you have 3 or 4 videos, it can be, that can be hours. You're 4 to 8 hours a day. So we'll basically do that for you. And like I said, it's partially automated, and we do have employees who sit there and just babysit it to make sure everything goes through okay. So you don't have to do that. Oh, thank you, Tonks. For setting up all of your accounts, right now it's $50. And for the monthly subscription, for us to manage it, I think there's a coupon for early adopters for $167 for 6 months. And after that, it's going to $100 a month. Yes. So there's a marketing getting started guide. If it is not live yet, it's not ready for prime time. If you need content removed from all accounts, if you request that feature, I'll see what I can do about getting the content removed. We're still building. We literally went live yesterday. We finished building the website 5 minutes before I went live. So that would be a feature request that we might be able to put in, but we could definitely see about doing that. Coaching program, I am getting that set up today. Tonks, you're the best. Tonks, would you like to be a mod right now? This is completely unmoderated. I will give you power because you were being so helpful and awesome. Like, I'm not going to force the mantle of power upon you if you're not feeling it. Yeah, you have all the login information, and in fact, you actually have to check your website. Okay, Tonks, hang on. We are giving Tonks power. All right. So there is a getting started guide. If you are on my Patreon, my lowest tier is $5. If you are on my Patreon, you have access to that document. It's just a Google Doc that you link. It's linked, but it is the marketing guide. It's basically how you get customers, how you find niches, and I'm also going to include all the safety information in that. So basically how you protect your privacy, how you make sure that you're not stalkable. I have had 2 attempted stalkers in 20 years. I took because of the privacy tips, and they never got anywhere. I don't think anyone ever found the county I lived in to the point that I was there. So mine, there's a lot, but I love SPH. If you don't know what that is not something we can talk about on TikTok, but that is something I will talk about more on my YouTube channel. And the link to my YouTube channel is in the Linktree beacons thing in my profile. Uh-oh, Tonks is doing the evil laugh. And I have decided, I know like a lot of channels have like a name they call their followers. You all are my proud beauties, because I am the Mad Pirate Pippi. Arr! So y'all are my proud beauties. So if you want early access to the marketing guide, because I am building a ton of content to help you guys out. The early access to that. Thank you. Yes, Jesus does love me. Yay, I'm loved. Um, so early access is in there. But yeah, right now it's at what, like 5 pages, 8 pages, something like that. But yeah, I actually submitted to take a week of vacation from the day job to like just get everything taken care of. You didn't get the email yet. Jake is not even awake yet. As soon as he's awake, I'm gonna let him know. I got the email sent to him last night, but he did a live half an hour after mine and like got the double charged issue fixed up. So like as soon as he's awake and has coffee, I'm gonna harass him. Jake and I are not morning people, so gay men can absolutely do this. However, they tend to make less money because there are more people willing to do it for free in that community. It's about, I'd say 70 to 80% of the income potential of women. And anybody who's also transgendered or non-binary, there's also a lot of space in here. And somebody did call me out that I wrote everything female-centric. So I need to, because this is for the girls, gays, and theys. So the Getting Started guide, there's like a 14-page guide with 2 pages of links to the sites. So if you want to sign up for your own sites, like please do. And that is boop, 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 over here. It's in my link tree. And that is the Getting Started guide. The marketing guide is at my Patreon right now because it is not finished. So it is a early access guide. But basically what I am doing there, I've actually done a lot of, one of my vanilla jobs is I do business consulting. Oh, thank you, Michaels. So I do business consulting. I treat this like a business, like any other business. So the first thing you need to do is you need to prepare your marketing. There's a huge market for trans and non-binary women. Absolutely huge. So, but be prepared that the people who will pay you the most are the vocal transphobes. So some of the language they use is insulting. And depending on what type of character you are portraying, you can either insult them back or handle it in a variety of different ways, but there's a lot of money there. I have done consulting contracts where I have had federal security clearances and I've never had a problem with my spicy work interacting with my real life. Make sure the www is in front. There's an issue with the DNS propagation server. SSBBW, huge market. Huge market. When I made the most of my money, when I was sort of peaking, I was over 330 pounds. Guys can do it too, as long as you're comfortable with the fact that women are not going to be your clients. It will be men. But yes, you can absolutely do this, and it's kind of funny because guys, like if you go through my comments, you'll see a couple years ago go like, "Oh, that sounds great. I should do that. You know, I should verbally humiliate women for money." I'm like, great. As soon as you find a woman willing to pay you for it, we get it for free all the time. We get it for free all the time. We have no need to pay for that service, sir. So, you know, and they're just taking the piss. They're just upset that I can basically pull down 120 grand part time. It takes a while to build up to that, but you know, I can pull down 120 grand part time being a jerk. Which is true. I am absolutely horrible and foul mouthed. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I decided to, since all of my stuff I do at night, I wanted to make sure I did a live in the morning. Huge market for audio services. Okay, so how much is the startup fee? Cyberbully mom, tattoos. I'm going to include that in the marketing guide, but basically makeup or don't take pictures of that part of your body or don't take pictures. The getting started guide, it is free, $0. It's in the link in my bio. Marketing, if you want to be private, is actually pretty easy. No, you never have to show your face, ever. Never have to show anything you don't want to show. I never went nude, even when I was doing webcams. I flashed my boobs once. So now I did a weird specialty niche. Like, you make the most money going in for niches. So the most profitable webcam show I did was $700. I had all my makeup done and I was wearing a really cute bra. And I talked about the role hyperinflation played in the fall of the Weimar Republic and the rise of Nazism in World War II. On a XXX site. That's what I did. $700. So, like, my marketing is really, really weird and niche and specific. But, like, any of the marketing that you do will work. Like, I had so many requests. I had to turn people down to basically narrate physics textbooks. Yeah, basically, like, one of my big niches, I had a big following of constitutional lawyers. That is in the marketing guide. It's not complete yet. I will release it when it's complete, but that is currently something that only my Patreons are getting early access to. Don't worry if you're high pitched. Don't worry if you sound young. Everything works. So each one of these platforms has something different that they put, but they all work very carefully at having the what comes through to be basically nothing scandalous. So, like, I made a lot of my money from a company that paid out as NF. Link to the Patreon is in the bio. Minor lisp, that's fine. Hang on. All right. See, Tonks, you got the power, but I'm working you half to death. So how I got my my following of constitutional attorneys, and by the way, they had money. So getting a bunch of lawyers was nice. 2 pages of links of sites to join are in the Get Started guide. And if you want me to basically set your accounts up for you, spicyaccountants.com, www.spicyaccountants.com. Reddit is tough for advertising, and you basically have to already have a good marketing plan before you touch Reddit, or you're wasting your time and won't make any money. Because the thing that makes Reddit advertising work is the subreddits. You are not too old at 50. Absolutely not. I am almost 40. I'm backing up on 40 like Lil Nas is backing up on the devil in that music video. I am going to put it in, I haven't even built it yet, but the sign up link for the coaching is going to be in the links in my bio. I'm going to set up 3 semi-private coachings. So how I'm going to work with the semi-privates is it's going to be capped at 20 people, it's going to be capped at 20 people, $30, and it's 2 hours. Because I think you've noticed right now we have 151 people here. The questions are coming a lot faster. than I can handle. African American women. I've made a couple of videos about this. One of my videos about this, I'm told I'm a dumb white woman. And another video, I have a whole bunch of African American content creators basically giving me, yes, this is truth. Here is the thing. Here is the trick. Anything that makes people emotionally intense makes money. So if you are dealing with angry fat phobes, like supersized BBW content, if people have ever been rude to you because of your body size, those are the men who will purchase your content. If you have ever dealt with transphobes, they buy transgender content. And if you've ever dealt with a racist, they buy content produced by women of color. Now, most of the stuff that you're putting up on these platform sites advertise with Caucasian women. So the guys already on those platforms basically are that's the content that they're looking for. So you basically have to get better at marketing at first if you are a woman of color presenting as a woman of color. However, there's more money if you get good at marketing first. Okay, so Puppet King, you are trying to get some help for somebody who can't afford their stuff. Tell them to go to the Get Started guide. So one of my lives, Queen Coco, she got the Getting Started guide, signed up for the first of the platforms on the Get It Started guide, made $400 in 2 days and walked in and quit her job at a restaurant. Flat out, it's possible. I'm a Scorpio. I use she, her pronouns, but I am not terribly picky. I gender identify as a threat mostly. And sample audio. I will try to put a sample on YouTube. I'm pretty sure if I put one on here, it will get me banned. Because if I use my spicy voice, in one of my videos, I do a demo of it real quick. If I use my spicy voice, I have literally gotten in trouble for reading receipts with my spicy voice. And so every so often at work, I'll drop into the spicy voice and I get in trouble. Okay, so the use of pronouns. Basically, English is a gendered language, and so people who are non-gender conforming are normalizing basically asking what your pronouns are instead of just assuming and using he or she. Yes, there is a market for 50s housewives doing menial tasks. I'm not streaming to YouTube right now. I literally was just going to do this for half an hour, but you guys are here and exciting, and I'm loving this interaction. Bumble, I am setting up the semi-private today. I have not had a chance to do that yet. I literally woke up, had coffee, peed, and was like, you know what? I have never talked to anybody in the mornings. So everybody who can't be on TikTok at night, like, I'm not interacting with them, and I am not serving my people. Because I mean, let's be honest. When it comes to my adult persona, I am, like I said, I identify as a threat. I'm a dangerous woman. But when it comes to sort of my real life laid backness, I'm a human golden retriever. I'm obsessed with snacks. I've been in lockdown so long that I am, I get so excited to go on walks. Like, so excited to leave the house, and I want to help. So, so basically what I'm selling, I have a platform that launched yesterday that if you want to get into the spicy accounting world, I will create 53 accounts for you. I do have to charge for it because I have employees. I have people that I have to pay to make sure that that happens. Okay, so through the egg. Post it again. I'm looking for your thing. I'm focusing. We're focused. Starter kit equipment of kit. Yeah, I need to make a video about my starter equipment. But you can get started with everything. Everything I'm using to make this video, I paid less than $150 for. Guys can do it as long as you're comfortable with your patrons being male. Women do not pay for the service. If you want to do this for women, the closest thing is tarot card readings. A spicy account. We can't talk about what a spicy account is because it violates the terms of service of TikTok. But basically it is making money by performing services for guys at the internet, on the internet. Tarot card readings, honestly, a lot of the emotional work that goes into the adult stuff is the same emotional work in tarot card readings. There's a lot of performers that do both. Yeah, people buy it and pay for it. Yes, I'm making YouTube videos because there is stuff that I cannot say on this app without getting banned, and the service is spicyaccountants.com. Hang on. I was promised I was going to keep an eye out. Okay, through the egg. I am trying, like through the egg, I'm trying to get to your question. Hang on, I'm scrolling up. I don't know if you guys can see the scroll. All right. Okay. Don't worry about being shy. Don't worry about being plus sized. Having a computer makes it way easier. Like, you can do it on a smartphone only, but you're on the struggle bus. I honestly mostly do this on a $110 Chromebook. War Rabbit, you get the confidence through doing this. Yes, through the egg. What is your question? I use a cheap Chromebook because I break them. Yes, most of the websites do accept male performers, especially if you are comfortable with male clients. If you're a nurse, you have so much rage. You can definitely do this. So the getting started guide. Okay, hang on. You guys are going so fast. 404, when you try the website, make sure you put a www in front. They are, my partner's working getting it fixed today. Security for your own protection. I am writing an entire chapter on security in the marketing guide. It is not ready for public consumption yet, but if you are on my Patreon, even at the $5 a month tier, you get access for it. But the security portion is not written yet. It's all marketing. How do you get paid? I use direct bank deposits. Quickest way you can make money as a voice performer. There are 2 platforms. I talk about which ones make the most money fastest in the Getting Started guide. I cannot mention platforms or I will get banned. How to start. Getting Started guide. You have no money. Getting Started guide. How much can one potentially make? Newbies, $100 a day is extremely reasonable. You can make $100 a day any day you sign on. Once you get good, $300 a day is a pretty good goal for your live production. How you make the real money is you build up a catalog of content that you put on clip sites that people can purchase, and that creates your passive income. So you have your active income from live performance and your passive income from selling your content. So I know I know at least 20 women that make over $120,000 a year. Mac, there's your shout out. What's next? You make content. Find your niche and make content. Everybody starts out new at some point. It's one of the reasons why I'm here. I had a couple of women really help me when I started out. So I posted. How I got into this. That is a valid fear, but I've been doing this so through the egg, I'm going to address this real quick. I'm 18 and afraid of ruining my future by doing this. Is that valid? That is a valid fear, and it depends, but there are ways that you can absolutely protect yourself. I talk about some of those in the Getting Started guide, and that is basically making sure there's no big gaps in your resume. So when I am doing spicy accounting as my full-time income and don't have anything vanilla going on, I volunteer and do basically business coaching for small local nonprofits. That fills up my resume. And I get plenty of people, like I basically, when I'm like, okay, look guys, like you need, like this is how you have to do certain things this way. I do business consulting, like legitimately I go in and help like plumbing companies and doctors' offices set up computer networks. Like that's part of what I do. You go to school. And I actually put a link in the Getting Started guide to a free university, an accredited university in the US, 0 tuition, you only pay for your tests. And it is a university for the people, and it is basically designed where you can take all of your university courses for free on your smartphone so that people worldwide can get education. And they have marketing classes, which I highly recommend. They have a business degree. So if you want to do this seriously as a business, cannot recommend that getting a business degree enough. It is not hard to keep your identity secret, but like I said, you have to have other things that you're doing to avoid those resume gaps, because that's when people start to poke. My YouTube page, okay. I have so many new messages. Okay. My YouTube page is Lotus Streaming, and it is linked in the bio. Okay. The websites do take a portion. That is their free. Oh, Sundu, I'm sorry to hear about your friend Candace. That's never good. University thing. Yeah. University of the People is good. There's also, I really love Western Governors University, which is regionally accredited. It is a little more expensive though. The platform fee is the cut that they take. Starter guide is free. It's in my bio. It's absolutely free. I didn't even get your email address for it. It's literally just a link to the live Google Doc, and I update it constantly. Okay, gaps in your resume. So basically, if you spend 2 years and this is your full-time income for 2 years, and then you decide that you need to go back into non-spicy world, you need to explain that gap in your resume. Those resume gaps are how having this as a form of income will impact your future prospects. Now, one of the big clients that I had to get a federal security clearance. With the federal security clearance, I basically, in my interview, I was like, yes, I have done this for money. Because what they're looking for when you're getting a security clearance is, are you blackmailable? And my answer is no. Like, who are they going to tell? My father's passed away, and I don't care what my mother thinks. Like, who are they going to tell? My kids know. My kids are in their 20s. You know, when my kid ended up with an emergency $5,000 medical bill, I was like, all right, I'm not sleeping this weekend. Stay-at-home mom. Yep, stay-at-home mom and caregiver. If you can avoid gaps, that does still help. That does still help with you getting your getting back into jobs. So yeah, if I've been able to get federal contracts, being completely blunt about my spicy accounting, it's fine. Another thing you can do is have another business that you're doing while you do this. So like, if you've always wanted to do Etsy, like you can crochet while making audio recordings. Why not? And like I said, I also do business consulting. Because a lot of the skills that you learn doing this and treating it like a business instead of treating it like a hobby, if you treat this like a hobby, that's fine. There's a lot of people who do, and that will make you beer and shoe money. Like that will make you vacation money. Like if you just sign in whenever you're kind of feeling it and make $700 a month, like that's awesome if that's what you want. If you are making $100 a day though, then like that's obviously a different goal. Like if this is how you're making your rent, it's different. So if you treat this like a business, you get business money. If you treat this like a hobby, you get hobby money. And as far as your taxes, you are a 1099 contractor. So everything that goes into this business is a tax write-off. Your electricity is a tax write-off. That computer, I forget who said that they bought a computer. Keep the receipt for that computer. That computer is a tax write-off. Your phone plan, everything that you spend, your lighting. It's all a tax write-off. So, because this is a business. Your internet bill is a tax write-off. I do recommend VPNs if you are concerned about your IP being tracked, but I keep all of my, I kept Mad Pirate Bippy separate from Lotus Streaming for 20 years. This is the first time that there's been crossover between the two accounts. Okay, the YouTube link is in my bio. Like that's the direct link. And Cyberbully Mom is attending University of the People and says it's better than expected, which is great to hear. Boarding email hasn't been set out. Jake is still asleep, but he's working on it. He's working on it today. Yeah, I went to a prestige school for my undergrad before. Oh yeah, I was telling the sad story of how I got started on this. I went to a prestige school in Texas, moved to Texas for it, and my mom is a raging narcissist and probably has, thanks Murdia, probably also has some borderline personality disorder there. And she decided it was going to be embarrassing for her if I graduated from college before she did. Now, my mom is a high school dropout and doesn't even have a GED. So she basically screwed with my financial aid and lied to me about it my senior year. So I get called into the office, senior year of college, just like 2 weeks before term starts, for a dual degree in business and computer science. So I was getting 2 separate bachelor's degrees. I built the plan myself. And they said, you need $20,000 in 2 weeks, or you can't go to school because all of your need-based aid has been pulled. And we called my mom, and my mom literally said on the phone, I will not fill out these forms. You're a smart girl. Figure it out, and hung up on me. And the head of financial aid, his jaw was on the floor. He's like, I've never seen anything like this before. So I was living in dorms at the time. I had sold my car to go to this school. It's in rural Texas. And I only had a bicycle. There was no jobs anywhere I could bicycle to. So I started breaking into the church on campus to sleep. And I was eating out of dumpsters. Starbucks dumpsters are the best, by the way. If you wait until they close, those protein packs, they throw them out a day before they expire. They take them straight from the fridge to the dumpster. So, yeah, I was literally eating out of dumpsters. And it was the start of the 2008 crash. So here I am with an IT degree in Central Texas. And Dell had laid off something like 80,000 people. So I was competing for minimum wage tech support jobs with people with master's degrees. Like there was no work. Yeah, it was bad. Dell laid off like 80,000 people. Motorola was like 30,000 people. So like I couldn't get a job. I couldn't get a job as a waitress because like everybody who needed a job got them. So my ex-boyfriend, who is a miracle of a human being, and I love him like to this day, like he saved me. He got me he paid for my rent. Like he got me a deposit in a place so I wasn't homeless. And he lent me his cart so I could go to job interviews. And one of my friends, like I had been involved in the BDSM scene, like recreationally. And one of my friends was like, you do this for free. Why aren't you doing this for money if you're in this spot? And I was like, I can't. And she's like, shut up and make the account. So she basically sat down, made the account with me, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to make the account for these people. My first call was $500. So I literally made enough to make my rent and feed myself in under an hour. And I was sold. Because my first business, I did a real estate fix and flip business before like there were any shows about that. And what happened was I was doing really well, but since I started the business at 17, my parents were on all of my banking paperwork and my contracts. And I was making an average of $30,000 a month, and my mom literally embezzled all the working capital out of the company, and I couldn't buy any more houses. And I got $1,000 total out of all of that work. Like ripping roofs off of the houses, ripping a drywall down to the studs, remodeling a house, selling it. I made $1,000 for 3 months doing that. And when I realized my mom literally blew through $90,000 in 3 months, I was like, I can't. Like, I thought if I got this business set up and handed it to my parents, they could take care of themselves so I could go live a regular life, because my parents were basically my oldest children. They were not functional adults. My dad was like near catatonic depressed veteran, and my mom is my mom. So literally my mom sabotaged this business. Like since I was 17 when I started it, I was 18 by the time I left. She had full access to everything. She had full access to the bank accounts. She had full access. Like I couldn't buy a property at 17. I had to have a legal adult signature, and I did not realize. I was a kid. I wanted to trust my mom. You know, I wanted to trust her. I thought she was going to be proud of me. And my mom literally called me the asset. No joke. Anytime she needed money, she said, oh, well, we'll just tap the asset, like I was a freaking Magic the Gathering card. And I still, like, you could tell, like, I'm still a little emotional about that phrase. And I couldn't report the embezzlement. They also, at the time, my brother was in basic training, and they emptied his bank account. I haven't talked to my mom in 5 years. Best decision I ever made to cut her out of my life. So I got into this because I got hit by the struggle bus, and then the struggle bus backed up and hit me again. My dad was in the hospital when this happened. If I had talked to him, it would have killed him. He had severe Agent Orange poisoning. He had a clotting disorder, and he had heart problems. So like when mom always pulled the shit when he was in the hospital, because like you literally couldn't stress him out, because if he got stressed, he would die. So I had no backup from my dad. And if I would have reported him, like my dad would literally spent 3 months every year in the hospital. He had 4 times a week doctor's appointments. Like if he had gone to jail, even for a month, he would have died. So I couldn't even press charges. I agree so much. Blood does not make a family. And I have family who's still like, you need to talk to your mom. And I'm like, there's literally nothing for me in that relationship. When my dad died, She asked me how I was doing once and then interrupted me to talk about herself. I literally got more support from the checkout girl at the grocery store I shopped at than from my mother when my dad died. So that was, I'm homeless. I'm 1,000 miles away from anyone that I know. My brother is deployed. He can't help me. And literally my ex-boyfriend, this man dumped me, got me a place to live. We're still friends. And if he needed a kidney, I would donate a kidney to him. Because he saw what was happening with my business. And he basically, I wrote about it in my Reddit. My mother charged him $300 for me. My mom sold me to my ex to allow me to move out of the house. And they'd already stolen $1,200 from him. And he saw what was going on. And I was sitting there, and I was like, I can fix this. I can fix this. I can work harder. I can make more money. I can fix this family. I can make it better. There's no fixing my mother. There's no fixing my mother. And this was shortly after Christmas, where I literally made Christmas happen. My grandmother had just died. My mom's mother just died, and Christmas was her thing. So I made Christmas happen. I hate Christmas. You'll see why in a second. So I got the tree. I decorated it. I bought everything. I cooked the meal. I got everybody presents. Nobody even got me a card. At that point in the story, I was 17. I was completely financially supporting a family of 6 at that point, at 17 years old, which is why I started a business, because nobody would hire me. I graduated high school at 15, went into college at 16, became the youngest person ever elected to a state position in the state of Colorado. I was negotiating $5.5 million contracts before I had my driver's license. My first company was successful. Yeah. Literally, so at 17, I was supporting an abusive ex who refused to have a job. He was the sit on the couch and play video games all day while you go out and work 2 jobs, come home, cook and clean sort of guy. I didn't date for a long time after him, because I figured that I saw a lot of women dating the same jerk with a different face over and over again. And there was absolutely no way I was going to date this man again and go through that again. It took me years to call what I went through the R word, but that was going on. And my mom wouldn't let me kick him out because she was getting $30 a week off of him. So then I started this company. I basically at 17 told my family, we're moving to North Carolina. We started off in Denver. I was like, no, we are moving to North Carolina. I can't make it here. I can support us in North Carolina. So how many 17-year-olds walk up to their mom, dad, and 2 grandparents? Yeah, my mom basically sold me to this man for $30 a week. So at 17, I walk up to all of these adults in my life and I said, pack your shit, we're moving to North Carolina. I can afford rent in Denver. So we moved to North Carolina and I started this business, and I bought my first property for $30,000 and sold it for $90,000. So I made $60,000 in a month. Yeah, that was in Smithfield. That first property was in Smithfield. And my second property I bought for $60,000 and sold for $120,000. The amazing thing is what my mom did with that $90,000 in 3 months. She had no assets at the end of it. Nothing. She literally blew through $90,000. She didn't even buy clothes. So they went out to eat every single meal. If you eat out every single meal, that's a real fast way to blow through cash. And like for me, the turning point was they bought. I needed a truck, so we bought a truck. We got a pretty good deal on it. It was $7,000 for this little truck. And then my mom wanted something trivial, and so like a month and a half later, she sold the $7,000 truck I paid cash for $2,000. And I'm like, you literally just blew through $5,000, $5,000 in 2 months. As soon as I moved in with my ex, he set me up with all my new accounts. I didn't know how to start a bank account, and he basically sat there and did it for me. I'm like, I love this man. There's a reason I still call him a couple times a year, and I just like, and thank you for saving me from this. She's not hiding money. She has no money. We had a lot of family antiques that were extremely valuable, and she basically sold them off piece by piece. Basically, my grandfather died and I had $20,000. Oh, hang on. Yeah, $90K in 3 months, and it was crazy. Like I said, she just blew it. She blew it on food. She blew it on going to the movies. She blew it on entertainment, theater tickets. She didn't even have anything to pawn at the end of it. She's not an addict. I wanted kids and the ex didn't. That's why the ex and I are not still together. We're still really good friends. No, she's not an addict. She's just batshit crazy and evil and incredibly selfish. Ogwald, send Jake a text or send Jake at Jake Koss. He's managing that. Nope, she doesn't gamble. Doesn't gamble, doesn't drink. My kids are in their 20s, so they're grown and gone and out of my house. I can walk around in my house naked all I want now. I'm almost 40, y'all. So being a parent while doing spicy work. I know she's not hiding anything because when my dad died, I did all of her taxes and paperwork. My mom now lives in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. She is afraid of brown people and Muslims and doesn't like Malaysian food, so that is probably not helping out. I was at a job when 9/11 happened. I was working. Yeah, I smoked a pack and a half a day for over 10 years too. So like my skincare routine is on point. I'm actually going to do a whole series of videos on beauty secrets for spicy accountants. It's all about the exfoliants. It's all about the exfoliants. Glycolic acid is your friend. I do my own acid peels. I'm working my way back up to doing TCA peels. African American people can make plenty of money doing this. So I'm going back to my story for those of you who are following. So so my mom now lives in Kuala Lumpur. She lives off of my dad's Social Security because she never really worked. And she gets plastic surgery every month, and she is trying to find a old rich white guy to marry her because she heard that's what guys went to Malaysia for. And when I explained to her that they were looking for 19-year-old Malaysian girls, not 70-year-old white women, she didn't believe me. So yeah, she's basically all alone in Malaysia, surrounded by people she despises and looks down on. I know she's been kicked out of at least 2 churches. Don't talk to her anymore. She's half a world away, and I'm pretty happy about that. Yes, you can make money as a stud. The answer is, I am blank. Can I make money? The answer is yes. Oh yeah, she has the life she deserves. My dad's greatest flaw was that he loved her. She ended up in Malaysia to get low-cost plastic surgery. So she literally, every time my dad's Social Security check shows up, she gets more plastic surgery. because she was a bikini model when she was younger, so she was used to men tolerating her narcissism and abuse because she was hot. Now that she's not a hot girl anymore, no one will put up with her. I Am Kind, $20 will get you started. Listing fees for the phone sites. So yeah, that's how I got into this. I literally had no support. I was homeless. I was freaking out, and some women who were experienced swooped in and saved my ass. And that is like this, for me, a lot of this is just paying that karma forward. Yeah, the email's going to go out this weekend. Jake was working first on refunding people who got double payments. So first we want to make sure that like we don't mess with anybody's bank account, and then we're going to be helping it. So setting up profiles. Hang on a sec. DKS7770. Hang on, guys. I made a sign. Did I figure out how to flip it so that it is visible to you without being in mirror? No, I did not. I had not had my coffee yet. For $50, I will set up over 50 profiles for you on different websites. I have to charge for this, unlike all of the information I give for free, because I have employees and I need to pay them. I cannot pay to set up your sites for you. Okay, with the white up, I can't see your comments, so hang on. I'm going to try to make this smaller. SpicyAccountants.com. If you don't put in the W's, sometimes it doesn't work. If you just want the list of sites, they are for free in my Getting Started guide. It will take you about 30 to 40 hours straight just to sign up for all the profiles. You sign up at SpicyAccountants.com. That includes phone sites, that includes campsites, that includes sites to sell socks. All of the profiles take a different amount of time to set up because they are reviewed by the platforms. Yeah, I know the sign is backwards. I do what I can. So everybody, so for $50, I will set up all your accounts. For $100 a month after that, I will upload all of your content to all the different accounts. So if you are overwhelmed trying to get your content up on all of the different sites, I will semi-automate the process, and I have 3 full-time employees who will do it for you. They basically, we automate what we can. What can't be automated, we have people watching. Spicy accountants, I'll do it. You don't have to cancel them. Bitch, Jake will fix that. Don't worry. Give him some time. I don't believe he has even woken up yet because he was working on this until late hours. It's all set up on the website. Good morning. I've decided that y'all are my proud beauties. Good morning, my proud beauties. I am setting up a Getting Started guide. There is a Getting Started guide. Newbies are welcome. We were all new ones, and I'm here to help you. And like the thing that really pushed me into this, like I made that video and it went viral, but I got so many comments from people who were like, I'm a single mom, I lost my job, I'm about to lose my house, what do I do? And since you now all know my sob story of how I got into this, like I was homeless. Who was gonna help me? My mom? She made me homeless. Like she did it deliberately to screw with my life. Yeah, you can choose the kind of sites you want to be part of. You're not too old at 52. You're not too old at 92. And no, I actually, like, it's a legitimate business. I have a credit card processor and everything. So you just go here and sign up. They are people who are already employed by us, and they are, yeah, that would be hard. If there are other things that you want to work for us on, there may be positions, but like, let us survive this launch first. You can do this worldwide. There are a lot of ways to hide your identity. You do have to put your identifying information on these sites. You have to make sure the www is there. Yeah, single moms. So you can do this. Okay, important question. How about doing this as a parent? So here's how I handled it, and other parents I know handled it. If you want it, it doesn't cost to sign up for free. All the links are in my Getting Started guide for free in my profile. If you want me to set it up for you, I have employees who will do it. It costs $50. You decide what content you want to post, absolutely. But let's talk to our mamas here. How I did this. During the day when the kids are around and need my attention, I would do my marketing and I would do my planning. I made the most money I had when I was over 300 pounds. So don't worry about your site. You can absolutely do it, and you are beautiful enough. You are beautiful enough. So for the mamas, when the kids are up and around, I would basically write content, write ads, blog posts, do my marketing. When the kids were asleep or at my mother-in-law's, I would then do my recordings and my live performances. Yeah, exactly. That grandmas can make money doing this. Absolutely. If the question is, can I do this? I am blank. The answer is yes. This is a $35 billion industry. There is a niche for you. There is space for you in the industry. 40 hours a week. 1 to 2 grand part-time is really reasonable. So 40 hours a week when you're first getting started, there's $100 a day. $100 a day for you, and the more you market and the more you promote yourself, get your listings better, it goes up from there. I've had people comment in some of mine that they're getting $300 a day right away, but I think $100 a day is reasonable. You can do this part-time. Absolutely. Evenings and weekends. You can absolutely protect your privacy, and no one will ever know it's you. I don't know you, dude. I'm not joining you. $50 is one time. Monthly? For the monthly, I think it's $167 for the weekend. And after that, we are going to raise the price. Because this is beta access, so we are ironing out stuff. So for $100 a month, we will basically upload your content. Make sure the www's in front. If you forget the W's, it will not work. Okay, $150 a day. That's awesome. Mommy Coco, you are here, girl. $150 a day is good. So Mommy Coco, she is the first person who basically started from the guide and is making money. Very, 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 very psyched for her. Very psyched for her. How do you get involved? My Getting Started guide in the bio, or go to spicyaccountants.com. Don't forget the dubs, or the site will not work. I recommend that you start with a thing, one niche. And then you experiment. If you are experimenting with a new niche, I recommend between 3 and 20 pieces of content in that niche, and then you track how well it does. You do A/B split testing on your marketing, and if it is not making money, you move on and try another niche. Foot, eating, smoking, being mean to men. Like, being mean to men was my niche, gonna be honest. You being nice to men. There are people who are like, I just want to be nice to men. And I'm like, I can tell you how to market that, but I can't tell you how to do it. Coaching program is launching this weekend. I am doing private coaching and I am doing group coaching for people who can't afford private coaching. Because I am here to help people. I know the struggle bus is real. I know a lot of people are hurting because of losing their jobs. And like, I've been laid off. I know. And with Corona, it's so often. Passive incomes like NFTs. Humble Kitty. I don't quite understand that. Hang on a sec. Yeah, smoking is niche. Videos just of you smoking. That's the thing. Whoop. My e-cigarette's downstairs. But yeah, no, smoking is a thing. And it's better if you add multiple niches. So the more niches you get together, the smaller your target audience is, but generally the better it is for you. And so for the marketing questions, I am building a marketing guide. I have a degree in business. I do marketing for businesses. Okay? I do marketing for multi-million-dollar companies. Yeah, shoe dangle is a thing. Shoe dangle is a thing. So I am building a marketing guide. Basically, if you treating this like a business, which you should. You treat it like a business, and then you make business money. The marketing guide is not ready for prime time yet. YouTube is in the bio. But if you are on my Patreon, which is also linked in my bio, you have early access to the marketing guide. And I'm also going to put all of the safety tips in the marketing guide and how to protect your privacy. I got special permission to make a Udemy course on how to do this because Udemy does not allow anything adult, but I got a special dispensation. So I'm going to basically try to get everything set up as a Udemy course. Jamie, that's awesome. That's awesome. I hope that this helps. It's not for everybody, but if it is for you, it can. I've helped over 200 people get started in this. Well over. I don't know the exact number, but I've helped a lot of people get out of abusive relationships, be able to be stay-at-home parents with their special needs kids. You can do this. You can be a stay-at-home full-time mom and make money doing this. Thanks, Dale. Yeah, thanks, Blue. So I'm going to be setting up the coaching. I'm going to be setting up the coaching this weekend. I'm still working on this. You can absolutely make money without having to show your face. I did not show my face the first 9 years I did this. Depends on what you want out of it. How much effort you put in equals money out. So the group coaching is basically $30 for a 2-hour session that's like this, but it's capped at 20 people. Yeah, if you have special needs kids, you totally cannot manage it. Like, it's hard. It's hard. But because, I mean, who's going to give you, I mean, yeah, you have Family Medical Leave Act, but you have to be someplace for a year before that kicks in. And who's going to let you take your kids to and from your doctor's appointments for that year when they can fire you before that year is up? 20 hours a week. So 10 to 20 hours a week, you can make $1 to $2 grand a month pretty easily. So if you do this after your day job and on weekends. Emails are coming. Jake's working on it. You file your taxes like a 1099 contractor, and I'm going to have a YouTube interview with a spicy friendly accountant. You can keep your identity secret. Okay, evenings and weekends, part-time. You can make $1,000 to $2,000 a month part-time. Pretty easy. I edit my audio content with a program called Audacity that is free. Full-time, if you are just doing live performances, $25,000, $30,000 a year. If you're smart and you build up your catalog of content for that passive income, $120,000 a year after the first year or two. Part-time hours, or you just log in whenever you want. Get computer savvy. It's your business. I don't know what to say there. Either get computer savvy or pay someone else to do it. You can literally start with just a phone. It needs to be a smartphone, but you can start with just a phone. You can do cam. You can do other things. Right now I'm asking for $40 for half an hour for private coaching. If you can't afford it, I will work with you. If you could do more, I appreciate a tip. Okay. Yeah, so you would use the upload service for your passive income to basically build your catalog on these sites. And then you use the performance for your active income. And the goal is to get your passive income to surpass your active income. And one of the nice things is once you start building that base of people who are purchasing your passive income, you actually make more money with your active income too. You can raise your rates. So here's something I want to make sure everybody knows. If you are logging into these phones, and let's say you are doing 2 hours every day after work and all weekend. When you are busy 80% of the time, raise your rates. When you hit 80% capacity, raise your rates. That's the point where you need to do it. So passive income is your clip sites. So that is basically you make recordings, you take photos, shoots, you have videos, and then you put them on all of these different sites, and when people purchase them, you make money off of that. Because you're not there, you're not actively engaged in the process, that's passive income. And it is an amazing feeling when you wake up and you got like an extra $100 that you didn't actually do anything for. Top sites, I can't talk about them, links in my bio. If you want, I will sign up for an account for you at all of them, spicyaccountants.com. If you want, you can literally just stop your phones at that much. If you can only make $940 a month, you can literally just log off and don't worry about the passive income. I've been doing this over 20 years. I am almost 40. You can only do passive, but the money is going to be really slow at first and it's harder. So, oops. I don't know about COVID unemployment, but you can lose your unemployment if you start making too much money about this, because this is income and is recorded. I have a YouTube channel. Check out the YouTube channel. It's in my bio. All right. There is a market for 50-ish women. Absolutely. My yearly income, I took all my clips down, but, and my niches are weird, okay? Like, I am not a good basis for this. I've had $20,000 weeks. That is not reasonable for most people. Like one of my fan groups is constitutional lawyers. So like occasionally they will get drunk and just like send me ridiculous amounts of money. But that is like, you build that up over time. So it is not reasonable to use me and my income as something to see what is reasonable for other people on. If you are just starting, $100 a day is very, very reachable. It's doable. I have a Chromebook. That's what I do it on it. You don't have to have it show up on your child court documents, but it will show up on your bank records, and they can track the companies, even though they do use very reasonable names. Okay, so an example of my niche. I mentioned this earlier. When I did cam, I did not ever take my clothes off. Bra was the best I would do. And I would talk about constitutional law. So I would bring up like Kilo versus New Haven and how that has the potential to impact investment in China. Law and economics are two of my hobbies. So I would talk about how that could impact possible investment from China and how that would affect trade flows on XXX sites. Okay? My fan base is weird. You know? I suggest that you make at least 2 to 3 clips a day when you're starting, if you can, and I'm going to set up clip challenges. Oh, being smart pays really well here. Hey, okay, so Marley, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm glad you're here. You're a fellow oh yeah, big nerd energy. These glasses aren't for show. Big nerd energy. Marley, $100 a day for new models. Do you think that's reasonable? $1,500 a month part-time is very reasonable. $1,500 to $2,000 a month part-time. Okay, so Marley, yeah. I have actually had people request that I do physics and engineering lessons. I was really lucky that like the first dozen people who called me ended up being long-term clients, which is why I suggest you learn on a platform that doesn't have that happen as frequently. But building up a fan base takes time. And it takes effort. So it's sort of effort in, effort out. Like, how long does it take to lose weight? Well, if you don't change anything, sit on your couch and eat crap, then you're not going... Oh, there's a huge niche for librarians. Huge. There is a girl with a Harvard degree who makes her living, I don't know her personally, but I've read articles and interviews with her. She makes her living basically sitting in a chair wearing stockings and pretty underwear, reading books out loud. How do I oh, this is a really good question. How do you handle copyrighted material? I don't touch it with a 9-foot pole. However, there are people who will put Disney songs playing softly in the background. And that way, if you find your content on another site, so basically, if you play the Little Mermaid soundtrack in the background, and you find your content someplace you are not getting paid for it, you don't file the DMCA request, you report it to Disney and let the Disney lawyers handle it. However, then the Disney lawyers can come after you. But yeah, that way you have somebody else paying for your lawyers. And they are better lawyers than you could afford. I am working on more resources for people not in the USA. That is going to take me some time to get together, though. The people I know who tend to do that are live performers. So if you do that in your live performances, they shouldn't be recording anything anyway, and they won't come out. I mean, you're basically, like. I have a webcam I bought that was only like $30. I will have to look it up, but it was the one that was highly recommended to me. I don't happen to have it around. I need to write a list of like all the stuff that I've bought, basically for everybody. Yeah. The customer pays the website pays you, they take a percentage, 30% is pretty industry standard. The links are in my bio at the bottom. There's something that should say beacon. And that's where you can get to the Patreon, my YouTube channel, and the Getting Started Guide. And if you want me to set up your accounts for you. You never have to show your face. Make sure the www is there or it won't work. I'm just going to like kind of... I feel like the guy from Trailer Park Boys. Well, the sites take 30% and then you still have to pay, but you're a 1099 contractor, so there's ways you can seriously reduce your tax burden by using deductions. Yeah, it's because I'm using a front-facing camera. I know it's backwards, but it's the best I can do. I set up all of your accounts for you for $50. Make sure the www is there. I'm sorry, it's backwards. It's spicyaccountants.com. Okay, this feels a little silly. I actually just got this and I'm loving it. I'm using it for a photo shoot and I don't think it's sturdy enough to handle tape because I got it on clearance and it was cheap anyway. Then just notate the accounts that you have and we won't make those for you. I suggest if you're going to explore any niche, this is going to be my Getting Started Guide, but I suggest that you make 5 to 20 pieces of content to start with. Okay, what type of account is the most profitable? It depends. It depends on you. It depends on your niche. It depends on your market. All of them are good for different things and it can change. One can be awesome one month and dead the next. There is a niche for large Asian Pacific Islander woman. Yes, get your Samoan on. 5 to 20 clips a week is good. That would be a really good way. You can do audio. Absolutely. The onboarding email should go out this weekend. Jake, there was an issue where some people were double billed. Jake is fixing that first, and then Jake is going to get to it. We want to make sure that we don't hurt anybody by taking money that they need first. Like we're here to help, not to make the struggle bus worse. Okay, how do I research? Oh, you already got your refund for your double bill? That's awesome. Yeah, Jake is great. He's working his butt off. Okay. You guys are asking questions so fast. Okay, so how do I research which niches do well that I fall into? I have a marketing guide I am making. It's not live yet. If you want access to it, this question is answered in depth, exactly how you do this research. What you need to do is join my Patreon for $5 a month. Jake refunded the double bill. That's great. Hey, girl. It's okay if you miss my live. I'll miss you. The beacon link doesn't work. I'm working on it. Oh, God, no, I'm not. No. Okay. I am going to be setting up basically the coaching. That's a really good question. You do have to have a bank account. the coaching. So I am awful with scheduling. I got a scheduling program I'm paying for, and I'm basically going to put a link up to the scheduling. You can sign yourself up for 30-minute or hour-long sessions. There are going to be 3 sessions a week at first until they fill up. Again, 80% capacity, increase your volume. So what I'm going to be doing for that is it's going to be semi-private coaching. So for $30, it'll be a 2-hour Google Hangouts meeting. So you see how there's so many questions here? Like I've got 14 new messages now, just answering this one. That we have 232 people in here. So what it is it's going to be 30 people. So the questions will be able to be answered a lot more in depth, and but it's not going to be as expensive as one-on-one coaching. This sandpaper thing works. It's great. Create content. Yeah. Video, audio, books, all of that stuff. Okay. This is the $50 one. There should be a $50 one on there too. If you do not see the $50 one on the website, because Jake is actively working on it, leave a comment in the chat bot. We will get back to you. Okay? There is an Arabic market in the USA. One of the most popular adult actresses in the US only worked for 3 months. She is still trending years after she has stopped doing anything active. And she is Lebanese and wore a hijab while performing. Jake is my business partner. He is fire. He's my business partner for my vanilla business, and when this went viral, I told him, and he laughed, and I said, you know, when I was doing this full time, I really wish I had this product, and he said, we'll do it. So we actually put some of our other stuff on hold to make this product happen for you guys. Okay. I use 220 grit sand screen for feet, and I use the 200 grit on or the 600 grit to get rid of leg hair, and I am doing I'm going to be doing a video today on how to do that. Tonks, do you appreciate how hard apple tarts works now? What you have to do, the most important thing you have to do. 2 most important things. 1, respect your own boundaries. Never do anything that makes you uncomfortable. 2, find a niche. Find a market. And that is all in the marketing guide. Join my Patreon if you want access to that. If you can't afford too much, use the Getting Started Guide, log on to all of the sites yourself, and get on the phone sites as fast as you can and pay for everything out of the profits you make up from that. Get on the Patreon, read what I've got there on the guide, and that way you're going to get more out of the coaching. Redhead with glasses niche. Yes, that is the thing. That is a profitable thing. Are you guys tired of me yet? Have I ever had my work life interfere with my vanilla life? Yes, it fucks with your sleep schedule, and it can be really isolating. There's not a lot of community about it. You have to be kind of private about what you're doing in this. I used to work in IT a lot, so just trust me, you could not mention that you were doing this to the guys in the IT department. What do people typically talk about on the phone sites? Depends on your niche, depends on your lines. How long have I been doing marketing? 20 years. Getting your nails and feet done is a thing. My clips are normally between 5 minutes and an hour and a half. But I do some weird specialty content. I'm not wearing a hat. There is a goth vampire niche. If the question is there a niche? Yes. Google and then see how many numbers are showing up in the Google. If you want us to build a website for your vanilla business, contact Jake. He builds websites as a big part of his vanilla business. There's a huge market for South Asian women. This actually comes out of my head. I have wigs. All my wigs are from Amazon. I do not know how to style them. I need help. I need help from a queen who can teach me how to style a wig because it looks really bad. First type of content for beginners. I suggest schoolgirl. Because that way, if you're shy or you bumble or you screw it up, it is part of the experience. Deeper voice works. Deeper voice works. Okay, somebody asked a question. I'm going to pull that up. There is a market for everything. This is a $35 billion industry. There is not a thing about you that cannot be turned into a niche. Okay. You should do some market research. You should do some market research, but a lot of these sites, it takes some of the sites, it takes 7 days to get your listings up. So like get your listings up and then make content and then research. Can I do a video of me doing dom calls only on YouTube? Best sites to make the best money. It depends. This is all on the books. This is a regulated industry. It's not as bad as insurance, but there are a lot of laws you have to follow. You must put your identification down. You must use your ID and your real address because they need to make sure you're over 18. You must have your banking information because they have to make sure that you're not money laundering. My YouTube handle is in the link in my bio. There's no threat for me for being exposed because I don't care. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That is quite a compliment that you would consider joining my Patreon. I love it. How does the tax side of this work? You are a 1099 contractor. It's just like if you were like a construction worker. Everything that you do, everything that you need to make money is a tax write-off. Buying your shoes, buying clothes, buying pretty underwear, buying lights, your cell phone plan, your internet service, everything is a tax write-off. So you have to pay your own, you have to pay for all of like your own Social Security taxes, but there are ways that you can seriously drop your tax burden so it's not as bad. And don't forget, like if you start making bank, you start making $120,000 a year, there are entire YouTube channels devoted to all of the things rich people get setting up their taxes in certain ways. So like there are tax loopholes where you can basically get a free car every 2 years. You can get a free truck every 2 years. As long as you're making enough money to hit certain tax deduction points, you're good. I am not an expert in this. I never got a Land Rover. All right? You're going to need to follow other people's channels. Am I Big Four? No, I never consulted for any of the Big Fours. I wanted to be a McKinsey consultant, but after I was in a bad car accident and I had a traumatic brain injury, I am not fast enough with the numbers to pass the McKinsey case study interviews. I do not set up S-Corps. My stuff is through sole proprietorships and LLCs. I am not your attorney and I'm not your accountant. There will be on the YouTube channel interviews with people discussing this later. But honestly, until you have $50,000, don't worry about an S-Corp. Just do it. Just do it. If you don't know where to start or you're confused, in my bio, there's a quick start guide. Go read it. It's 14 pages. Validate me. I worked so hard. It is easiest if you are US based because that is where I can help you the most from. That is my thoughts on niches. Thoughts on specific niches go on YouTube. I do not want to get banned from TikTok because I'm helping a lot of people who really need it. And I do not want to get in trouble. So if you want specific information, you want information on specific numbers, that is going to be in the marketing guide. If you want access to the marketing guide, it is in my Patreon. I'm in the northern US. I'm close to Canada, in a state where the cheese is exceptional. Yeah, you can absolutely do international markets. The clip sites don't care where you are. They don't care. Most of them will process payments from pretty much anywhere. Honestly, I do so little for my eyebrows and I love it. I get compliments. There is a market for gay men. We're doing this for the gays and the girls, the gays, and theys. The Patreon is on my lowest tier. It's $5. So $5 a month, and there's other content there too. If you are a consultant, and remember, I do business consulting as my vanilla thing. There is a type of interview. Yeah, rep it. Hamma's helping me. Okay, so if you are interviewing for these consulting jobs, they have a special type of interview that is hell called the case interview, and they basically sit down. They are deliberately rude to you. They try to rattle you. So you're in an interview anyway, and they're shaking you up. And then they throw things at you. They interrupt you when you're talking back. They're basically trying to prepare you for what the job is really like. So they will basically sit there and be like, okay, so we have a gas station and they're making $200,000 a year. They have 8 pumps. Do you need more pumps? And then as you ask questions, they interrupt you. And I was in a bad car accident several years ago, and I have a traumatic brain injury. I cannot do the numbers that fast in my head. And if you have a 4.0 MBA from Harvard, you have a 2% chance of being able to get into McKinsey. It's hard to get in. Okay, the onboarding emails are going to be coming by the end of the weekend. We're working on it. Okay. In fact, I should probably go and do that. I should probably go and work on that right now, but I'm having a lot of fun with this. Yes, I am actually building a character sheet background story generator. You can absolutely sell just physical items. Only do what you're comfortable with. Love yourself enough to respect your boundaries and respect your mental health. This industry will either be the best therapy you have ever gone through, and it will make your life better. It will provide you with all the money you need. It will help you. It will increase your mental health, or it will destroy you. The difference is if you respect yourself enough to respect your boundaries. You are very welcome. Well, I'm not sure about the story generator, but it is going to be a sheet, and it's going to be here's your homework, fill out your character sheet. Because guys will try to get your real information by throwing you, just like the case interview. They'll try to rattle you. Oh yeah, I wanted to be McKinsey when I was younger. I'm pretty glad I didn't go there. I'm pretty sure that would have not been good for my mental health. So I've done a lot of boutique consulting. Although I've never put my face like this on the internet about my spicy work. That might make my boutique consulting a little more interesting. But lately I've been doing a lot of small to mid-cap. So $10 million a year accounting. Or no, $10 million a year plumbing and HVAC companies. That's sort of my niche. McKinsey is a consulting company. Consulting is basically where you go into businesses and tell them how they can improve their processes. The websites are in my link, and if you want me to sign up for them for you, give me $50. SpicyAccountants.com. If you do not see the thing for $50, leave a chat and we'll contact you. You know, I'm actually in process with an interview for Accenture, but I may keep this. No, I'm not an accountant. I am a business consultant. I do mostly marketing and IT. So building websites, marketing online. It's a really useful skill set to have for my spicy accounting work. Oh. Give us to the end of the weekend. We literally launched Friday. So give us a little time. One of the reasons the prices are so low, it's beta. And our employees don't work on the weekend. So we're waiting for Jake and I doing it ourselves. You can absolutely make money without showing your face. I did not show my face for probably the first 9 years I did this. It's easier, but respect your boundaries. SpicyAccountants.com is what I'm launching. I really need to get a little table here. I know it's backwards. There is a one-time fee for signing up for all of your accounts. There is a monthly recurring fee for basically managing your uploads for you. Yeah, do this as a side hustle. You either do products where you don't have to show your face, you do audio. You can also do video that doesn't show your face. Like for instance, like there's a lot of twerking videos here. So yeah, you could literally just do twerking. The monthly is $100 a month. And basically instead of having to upload your videos or your content to all of the different sites that platforms you're on, we will upload it all for you. And it is both automated and there are live people watching it to make sure it happens okay. Spicy items. I have these sites up there. Like if you watch my channel, you see that I'm basically doing an experiment where I have 4 people starting from scratch. Foot content, starting voice from scratch, audio clips only, and selling items. The selling items is me. I never really made that a big part of my business, so I am actually going to go through it and document the entire process. The one-time fee is for setting up your accounts. The monthly fee is for setting up your uploads. Go to SpicyAccountants.com. Give me some love. If there are any problems with the website, we launched Friday. We launched yesterday, last night at 7 p.m. Any problems, leave a message in the chat and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. The first step to getting started is to go to my bio and read the Getting Started guide. I'm going to put that on the Google Doc, but literally there's a picture of it in one of my videos, and I just got it from Amazon. Group session counseling is going to go live at some point today. The link is going to go live. Check my Beacons link. And it'll also be in my Patreon if you want to keep an eye there. Socks and voice is a good combo. Yeah, helping people with accounts. Because it takes a huge amount of time to sign up for all of the accounts. I hope so. I hope that I can get paid enough to do this. It looks like there will be enough to cover my health insurance, which is why I have a vanilla job. It's because I'm very medically complicated and I have to have a very good health insurance or I will die. And I don't want to do that. I'm not a fan of the death. New grad in business consulting. Ooh, okay. I would highly suggest, if you are a new grad in business consulting, that you listen to the Art of Charm podcast. There are 2 jobs. One is doing the work, and one is making your lead make their life easier. Once you start heading, so like you're going to feel like shit and you're going to feel like an idiot for the first year and a half. Everybody feels like garbage their first year and a half. So don't let that get to you. Take care of your mental health. Right? Why do awesome people have health issues? High stress as a child and trauma triggers health issues. The higher your ACEs score, which is a psychological test for how much trauma you've gone through, the more likely you are to have serious health issues. So people who have been through the shit and are trying to help other people who have also going through the shit tend to have bad health issues. If you have never been through the shit, you tend to be a lot healthier. It depends on what you mean by good money, but you can get money getting your feet done. So the $167 is basically we will upload your content to you to all the different platforms, so you don't have to. The $50 is we just create the accounts and then you're on your own. We're also probably going so for these accounts, a lot of them you have to go in and create individual listings. I am on Reddit. I am Reddit famous. I'm fat too, honey. Right now, I'm probably at 240. And I made my most money when I was over 300 pounds. Yeah. For the 6 months, you'll have a account. Oh my gosh! One of my Reddit peeps. Thank you, Annie. Annie can verify that I have spent like so much time helping people learn what narcissistic abuse is and how to heal it and fix broken family systems. So much. I'm Mad Pirate Bippy on Reddit. I've spent an insane amount of time there. I have over 300,000 comment karma. Best places to buy props. I buy most of mine on Amazon. This is from Amazon. My lights are from Amazon. Yeah. I either buy it from Amazon or I make it myself. Okay, I'm missing. Thank you so much, Annie. I'm loving the love. Excited to start my journey. Hell yeah. This is great. This is like, treat it like a business and you will either learn so much to help you go forward with any other business or like you'll make enough money you don't have to do it. You'd have to be okay with being fat. I honestly became okay with my weight through this process. I did not start out okay with it. How does Reddit work? Oh, that is way beyond what we can do here today. The answer is not well on occasion. What's a good source for being an accountant? Check out the Getting Started guide on my bio. If you don't have any money, do the Getting Started guide in my bio for free. Use the top 2 platforms I mentioned. $20 will get you the what you need, okay, to get started. Sorry, I'm taking the Keno tape off of my knees right now. And then pay for everything out of the money you make there. I signed up for your Patreon, but I don't see the marketing info. It's in one of my posts. It is a link to a Google Doc, and I think it's like if somebody correct me, it's like 6, 8, 10 pages, something like that. The service is going to be available for a while, but we are having intro prices. If you can't afford it, leave a mark. Leave a comment in the chat box and we'll try to get you the beginning pricing. Since I didn't really do a long launch, like I didn't give anybody any warning, I'll try to get you a coupon code or something. What am I selling? The tea! I have a service where I help people start up accounting accounts. My full library on Patreon is still very limited. I'm still building it. Karma points. That's basically, it's a Reddit thing. It just means people like what I have to say, which has always surprised me that people like what I have to say because I'm a giant goober. You want to create your business? Go to the Getting Started guide in my bio. Do you have to pay platforms up front? No. If a platform is asking you to pay up front, it is a scam. Okay, it's there and you printed it. Oh Lord, it is a rough draft. Why? Hi, Ava. Okay. I love my updates. Yes, thank you. I really don't have to do this. But when I was homeless, a lot of people helped me, and I know with Corona, a lot of people are suffering. So I'm trying to help because, you know, I mean, one of my besties, like, she got into this when she was really sick, didn't know what was going on. They were about to do exploratory abdominal surgery, and she went from, we're about to perform surgery on you to, congratulations, it's a girl, in 4 hours, and she didn't know she was pregnant. And her husband responded by kicking her out and making her sleep on the couches because his girlfriend didn't like babies. And he could figure out why all of our friends refused to talk to him anymore. So she has been a full-time stay-at-home mom to a special needs kid for the last 14 years. And we're close enough friends that she's sick now. We are trying to get paperwork set up so that if anything happens to her, we'll adopt her daughter. Like, that's the level of close we are. So, like, when I see people with, like, especially, like, moms with special needs kids. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. Do you guys want to see my studio? My studio? I'll show you guys how much space I have to create my content. Let me finish this last thing of tape. Yeah, like, this is something you can do. Okay. So you see how fancy and good this looks? Oh, I'm about to ruin y'all's impression. Okay. This is my office. Light. Doot, doot, doot. Can I flip my camera? Okay, I can't really see. Backdrop, ring light, desk. It's less than 10 square feet. Soda on the ground. That's all the space I use. That is going to be in the marketing guide of selling items, putting information in the marketing guide. It is not finished yet. Yeah, I really need a table. I have one downstairs, but I haven't been able to move it to my office yet. Yeah, and I'll show you guys this. This is really cool. Ring light. This whole thing and the tripod, it was less than $30. It was less than $30 for that whole ring. And ring lights make you look young. Okay. For the people who don't know, I smoked a pack and a half for a decade. Pack and a half a day for a decade. I am almost 40 and I am wearing no makeup. Ring lights. Ring lights. All right. My income is not a good way to base your income because my niche is so specialized, no one else can do it. Yeah, I film on my phone. It is the ring light that came with the package. It doesn't have a brand. It's from China. Yeah, so the ring light combo thing, I actually made a video where I featured it. So if you want to like stalk my profile, you can. Oh, I'll show you guys the ring light I made. I made a ring light. I made this. It is a wire wreath frame from the dollar store, soft white Christmas lights, and zip ties. And I use this for doing body shots because it's really big. I almost exclusively do auditory content. I do very, very little of anything else. Oh my God, one-on-ones. What time is it? I don't know how long. I can't see it. Okay, what time is it, guys? Central. Jewel. I started doing this at like 7. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I need to start getting ready for one-on-ones. I would not use an iPhone 6 for creating content. I recommend a snowball mic for auditory content, and those are pretty cheap. Snowballs are not very expensive. Can someone look up how much a snowball mic is on Amazon and post that? BBW Apple Tarts just texted me. That was the smile. She's one of the most beautiful, glorious creatures in all of creation. She is literally the best. So, for those of you who didn't catch it, $30? Okay, $30 for a snowball mic. Yeah, especially in this industry, right? Everyone who loves Kevin Smith knows. Everyone who's seen Clerks knows. All right, so I have to like get ready for this stuff and like shower because I'm stinky. If you need the websites, link is in my bio, Getting Started Guide. And that is free. Queen Diva, it is free in my Getting Started Guide. Pay for everything out of money that you make. Don't pay anything up front if you don't have it. Thank you for the flowery hearts and love. I love it. All right. You guys are great. I have so much work to do to make more content for you guys. And my wife's birthday is tomorrow, so I'm going to go love on her some. I'm going to like shower and brush my teeth because I haven't done that. And I really want to brush my teeth. It's kind of hard to feel like I have it together to help other people when I'm like, have I brushed my teeth today? I'm not wearing deodorant. But yeah, I will try to do another live tonight, and I'm also want to try to do the leg shaving with sandpaper video today. So I'm gonna try that. I want to do a series of videos on like body skincare tips for adult content creators. Because like I don't think there's a YouTube channel out there for like what skincare products work best on your feet. So, like, how do you handle butt acne? Like, I would much rather have a good skincare routine than have to, like, Photoshop the same zit off of my butt every single, like, for 500 photographs. I thank you for the flowers, Sherry. But, yeah, I'm gonna go and, yeah, Jewel, I'm excited too. I'm excited too. This is going to be awesome. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Thank you everybody who signed up on Spicy Accountants. We're getting everything ready for you. And I am going to go and become less stinky. Okay, I love you. Bye.